Hello students, in today's video I will be posting one more question for those preparing for PUC supplementary examinations. Today's video is also about a 10-mark question. In the coming days I will be uploading a few more videos regarding 10-mark questions. Please do check my videos daily, and those seeing the channel without subscribing, please do subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends, and also click the bell button to receive notifications whenever I upload new videos. So now let us get into the video. Today's question is, write a note on the achievements of Krishna Devaraya. So again, this question is about a personality, and this is a 10-mark essay question. So we start with an introduction. Krishna Devaraya was one of the greatest emperors of Vijayanagara Empire. So first we start with to which dynasty he belonged to. So he was one of the greatest rulers of Vijayanagara Empire. His parents were Tuluva Narasanayaka and Nagla Devi, and he came to throne in 1509 century era. So Krishna Devaraya, he came to power in 1509 century era. His prime minister was Timmarasa, whom he called Appaji. So these are the basic points which we can write as an introduction. He was one of the greatest emperors of Vijayanagara dynasty. His parents were Tuluva Narasanayaka and Nagla Devi. He came to throne in 1509 century era, and his prime minister was Timmarasa, whom he called as Appaji. Now we move on to his achievements, that is military achievements. The first subheading is the War of 1510 century era. So 1509 he came to power, and the first war is 1510 century era. Sultan Yusuf Adil Shah of Bijapura and Sultan Muhammad Shah of Bidar attacked Vijayanagara. So the reason for the war was the attack of Vijayanagara by Sultan Yusuf Adil Shah of Bijapura and Sultan Muhammad Shah of Bidar. Both of them attacked Vijayanagara. Krishna Devaraya repulsed them in the war. So Krishna Devaraya fought back, and that was the first war which he fought. So the war of 1510, Sultan Yusuf Adil Shah of Bijapura and Sultan Muhammad Shah of Bidar attacked Vijayanagara, and Krishna Devaraya repulsed them in the war. Yusuf Adil Shah lost his life in the fight. So Krishna Devaraya fought back bravely, and Yusuf Adil Shah lost his life in the war. The fort of Raichur was occupied by Krishna Devaraya along with Krishna Tungabhadra Doab region. So Krishna Devaraya, after this, he conquered the fort of Raichur and also the Krishna Tungabhadra Doab region. So that was the first war of 1510. So after that, the next one is the siege of Umaturu. This happened in 1513 century era. So when considering the military achievements of Krishna Devaraya, point by point we have to see. First we saw the war of 1510 in which Sultan Yusuf Adil Shah of Bijapur and Sultan Muhammad Shah of Bidar attacked Vijayanagara. Krishna Devaraya fought back, and Yusuf Adil Shah lost his life, and Krishna Devaraya occupied the fort of Raichur and Krishna Tungabhadra Doab area. After that, the next one is the siege of Umaturu in 1513 century era. Gangaraja, the Nayaka of Umaturu, revolted against Vijayanagara. So another ruler came against Vijayanagara, that is Gangaraja, who was a Nayaka of Umaturu. Krishna Devaraya laid siege to the Umaturu fort. So Krishna Devaraya directly went and he laid siege on the Umaturu fort. The rebellion was subdued, and the forts of Shivanasamudra and Srirangapatna were captured. So after that, two forts were captured. One was the fort of Shivanasamudra and one was the fort of Srirangapatna. Both these forts were captured. So that was what happened during the siege of Umaturu in 1513 century era. Gangaraja, who was the Nayaka of Umaturu, revolted against Vijayanagara Empire, and Krishna Devaraya, he laid siege to the Umaturu fort, that is he attacked the Umaturu fort, and the rebellion was subdued, and finally the forts of Shivanasamudra and Srirangapatna were captured by Krishna Devaraya. So that was the second military achievement of Krishna Devaraya. Now the third one is the Kalinga expedition. This happened in stages, that is, it happened from 1513 to 1518 century era. This Kalinga expedition happened in 5 stages. So Krishnadevaraya made an expedition on Kalinga to defeat the Gajapati ruler Prataparudra of Orissa. So here Krishnadevaraya wanted to defeat the Gajapati ruler Prataparudra of Orissa. For this, he made an expedition on Kalinga. And this happened in 5 different stages, that is from 1513 to 1518. In the first stage of the expedition, Udayagiri fort was captured. So in the first stage of Kalinga expedition, Udayagiri fort was captured. He later went to Tirupati along with his queens to worship Lord Venkateshwara. So after capturing the fort of Udayagiri, he went to Tirupati along with his queens to worship Lord Venkateshwara. He brought the idol of Balakrishna and installed at Hampi, and a beautiful temple was constructed there. So after worshipping Lord Venkateshwara, he brought the idol of Balakrishna and installed it at Hampi, and he made a beautiful temple there. That was the first stage. In the second stage of Kalinga expedition, the fort of Kondevidu was captured, and there he defeated the Reddis. So second stage, Fort Kondavidu was captured, and there he defeated the Reddis. These Reddis were supporters of King Prataparudra. That is why he defeated the Reddis. Krishna region of Andhra came under Krishnadevaraya, and the administration was entrusted to Salva Timma. So after defeating the Reddis, he conquered the Krishna region of Andhra, and the administration was entrusted to Salva Timma. So that was what happened in the second stage. So in the first stage, he captured Udayagiri fort. After that, he went to Tirupati with his queens. From there, Lord Balakrishna's idol was brought, and he made a temple at Hampi. Second stage, fort of Kondavidu was captured, and he defeated Reddis. And after that, Krishna region of Andhra came under Krishnadevaraya's control, and the administration was given to Salva Timma. Now in the third stage, he captured the forts of Vijayawada and Kondapalli. So third stage, he captured forts of Vijayawada and Kondapalli, and the Gajapati king, who came face to face with Krishnadevaraya, was forced to flee from the battlefield. So in the third stage, the Gajapati king came face to face with Krishnadevaraya. But he was forced to flee from the battlefield. He was forced to run away from the battlefield because Krishnadevaraya fought very strongly. So that was what happened in the third stage. Fort of Vijayawada was captured and Kondapalli was captured, and the Gajapati king had to flee from the battlefield. Now in the fourth stage, he captured the forts of Anantagiri, Kanakagiri and Devarakonda, and other forts in Telangana region. So in the fourth stage, he captured many forts, that is Anantagiri, Kanakagiri, Devarakonda and other regions in Telangana region. So when you see the stage by stage, first stage Udayagiri fort, second stage fort of Kondavidu, third stage fort of Vijayawada and Kondapalli, fourth stage he captured forts of Anantagiri, Kanakagiri, Devarakonda and others in Telangana region. He also constructed a pillar of victory at Pothanur. After the fourth stage, he constructed a pillar of victory at Pothanur. Now in the last, that is the fifth stage, he laid siege to the capital of Prataparudra, Cuttack. So in the last and the fifth stage of the Kalinga expedition, he wanted to, or he attacked the capital of Prataparudra, that is Cuttack. Prataparudra finally sued for peace. He understood that it is not easy to defeat Krishnadevaraya. So Prataparudra sued for peace, that is compromise, and gave back all the territories to the north of river Krishna. So all the territories to the north of river Krishna was given back. And he also married his daughter Jagan Mohini. Krishnadevaraya married his Prataparudra's daughter Jagan Mohini. That was the end of the fifth stage. So in the fifth stage, he laid siege of finally on the capital of Prataparudra, that is Cuttack. Prataparudra understood that it is not possible to defeat Krishnadevaraya and gave back all the territories to the north of river Krishna. That is, Krishnadevaraya, when Prataparudra went for peace, Krishnadevaraya gave back all the territories to the north of river Krishna and married his daughter Jaganmohini. So this was what happened in the Kalinga expedition. 5 stages. First stage Udayagiri fort, second stage Kondavidu fort and defeated Reddys, third stage fort of Vijayawada and Kondapalli, third stage fort of Vijayawada and Kondapalli, fourth stage fort of Anantagiri, Kanakagiri and Devarakonda, and the fifth stage he attacked the capital of Prataparudra, that is Cuttack. So this is what happened in the Kalinga expedition. Now the next one, or next military achievement of Krishnadevaraya was Battle of Raichur. Krishnadevaraya fought this battle in the year 1520 century era. This was because Ismail Adil Shah of Bijapura recaptured the fort of Raichur. Fort of Raichur was in the hands of Krishnadevaraya, but Ismail Adil Shah of Bijapura recaptured it, and because of this Krishnadevaraya had to fight this battle in 1520 century era. He easily recaptured the fort with the help of Portuguese musketeers. In this fight, Krishnadevaraya was helped by Portuguese traders. Portuguese musketeers were helping him in this fight. So in the battle, after that he went as far as Bijapura and also defeated Amir Barid in Gulbarga. So Krishnadevaraya fought the battle of Raichur in 1520 century era. This was because Ismail Adil Shah of Bijapura recaptured the fort of Raichur, but Krishnadevaraya fought against him and captured it back with the help of Portuguese musketeers, and he went as far as Bijapura and defeated Amir Barid in Gulbarga. He also released the Bamini Sultan from prison and placed him on throne. After doing this, he took the title Yavana Raja Pratisthapanacharya, that is, who re-established the Yavana Raja. So Yavana Raja Pratisthapanacharya was the title of Krishnadevaraya. Now the last military achievement which we can see is peace in Ceylon. When there was political instability in Ceylon, Ceylon is Sri Lanka, Krishnadevaraya intervened in the political affairs and he was successful in establishing peace there. So there was some kind of a political instability in Ceylon or Sri Lanka. During that time, Krishnadevaraya interfered in the political affairs and he was successful in establishing peace. Now Krishnadevaraya was a poet himself. His main works are Amukta Malyada, Jambavati Kalyana and Usha Parinayam. So 3 main works of Krishnadevaraya Amukta Malyada, Jambavati Kalyanam and Usha Parinayam. His court consisted of 8 poets called as Ashtadigaja. So Krishnadevaraya was not only famous for his military achievements, he himself was a poet, he wrote many poems, and he also had 8 poets called as Ashtadigajas in his court. He built a new city called as Naglapura, that is modern Hospet, in the memory of his mother Nagla Devi. He is known for the construction of many tanks and canals for irrigation purpose, drinking water purpose. So many contributions he has made. And he had many titles like Kavi Pungava, Karnataka Andhra Bhoja, and one title already you have studied, Yavana Raja Pratisthapanacharya. So when there was political instability in Ceylon, he interfered in that and he established peace. Other than military achievements, Krishnadevaraya was a poet himself. His main works are Amukta Malyada, Jambavati Kalyana, Usha Parinaya. His court consisted of 8 poets, that is Ashtadigajas. He built a new capital called as Naglapura, which is Hospet, in the memory of his mother Nagla Devi. He is also known for the construction of many tanks, canals, etc. for irrigation purposes. He had many titles like Kavi Pungava, Karnataka Andhra Bhoja, Yavana Raja Pratisthapanacharya, etc. So all these are the achievements of Krishnadevaraya. So when a question comes, explain or describe the achievements of Krishnadevaraya. When it is a 10-mark question, you have to start with an introduction. Then the next subheading we have to write military achievement. In that we start with the war of 1510 century era. Then we move on to the siege of Ummaturu in 1513. Then we move on to the Kalinga expedition, which is in 5 different stages from 1513 to 1518. Then comes the Battle of Raichur in 1520, and finally peace in Ceylon and some of his other achievements. All these points together will make a proper 10-mark answer. So I hope you have understood these points clearly. Please learn this answer point by point, then only you will understand it and you can rewrite it properly. Next video will be coming soon. During that time you can also refer to the exam preparation videos in this channel. There is a separate playlist for that. In that I have uploaded many important questions, that is 1, 2 mark, 5 mark and 10 mark questions, and I will give the link for that playlist in the description box and in the end card. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you all soon in the next video. Thank you for watching.